Who is Ahmad?
Simple man with the two daughters.
How important is an idea of doing a digital transformation before the actual project?
Transformation, let's say the larger word from change. People like new thing, but they don't like to change. AI is learning from the data. It's coming faster than we expected.
What is DeepSeek?
A DeepSeek is a Chinese version of ChatGPT.
If you receive 1 hour extra every day, what are you going to do in that 1 hour? Are you a spiritual person?
Yes, of course.
God-fearing or God-loving? How important is unlearning to learn better?
It's not about how much you know, it's about how you are capable to know more.
If you have ever wondered what is digital transformation, what is AI, who are these people who are getting the title of Chief AI Officer in the corporate environments? We have with us in our studio Mr. Ahmad Alshami. With 20 years plus of experience, 100 plus digital transformations to his credit, he is a known authority in the region for such projects. So while we welcome him, I have my first most difficult question to ask from him. Who is Ahmad?
I'm a simple man with the two daughters. Okay, and just love reading. I think that make a human better than any creatures is the knowledge, and the source of knowledge is reading. And I love our discussion yesterday. You give me some brainstorming inspiration that how much the reading is a source of imagination.
Ahmad, you mentioned a very important word about learning in your life, in your first introduction. So how important is unlearning to learn better?
Learning every day and reskilling is very important. Always I said it's not about how much you know, it's about how you are capable to know more.
True.
You need to keep your mind always working in a sense itself. Sometimes it's not about the knowledge, it's about how train your mind is capable to capture new information always. Imagine that you have capability to read a book 500 page in a week and you are ready to apply it. That means you can do anything in life, in real life.
Yeah.
You can be the man that you dream of,
Yeah.
right? So the life is transforming too much. The innovation cycle is high. The disruptive is too much. The old, let's say,
Traditional systems.
traditional system, and also the job titles is changing every day.
True.
So you need to capture and be skilling, especially with AI. AI is coming like a new competitor to us. He have a huge capabilities. So you need to fit in, okay, how you will have the skill that the AI cannot handle. Where the humanity will fit in when we reach this, the super intelligence or the singularity of an AI. So I think with that innovation cycle and continuous disruptive, which is rise by the huge competition within companies and countries, human have to come to his, mind again, the beautiful mind that he have, and use it to maximum to always reskilling and reading.
Now, when we talk of artificial intelligence, we were always thinking of Steven Spielberg and the movies that we have seen in Hollywood,
Yes,
right?
or Terminator.
And our Terminator. So whatever movies we saw, eventually they became a reality in some world or the other.
Yeah.
Right. We were seeing taxis which were flying over there, and now Dubai is saying that 2026 you will have flying taxis over here.
Yes.
So where do you think AI is leading now?
Actually, the AI in terms of super capability, it will reach in really big thing that maybe we're not able to control it. We need to get back to our ethics. we need to have kind of regulations. And that's what's nice. In UAE, for example, they have Ministry of an AI, and one of its core role is just regulations and ethics of an AI.
True.
The ethics is leading the AI to be a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's like our son. He will be born. So if the parents is good teacher, he will be good. Otherwise, will be really terrible to humanity. So a lot of incidents happens, which is if we don't control it, the AI. Like there's an incident I hear that robot has suicide actually
A
in
robot
Korea.
committed a suicide.
Yes, has
Okay.
been in Korea. Okay, because he's working too much, and he suicide. He just throw himself from I don't know 15th floor.
Oh.
You know, yeah. Why is that? Because it's the way how he learned the environment. AI is learning from the data. So if we provide the data, what is it? So he will take decision based on them. So there's high risk in AI. And also now an AI agents can be used and hacks and attacks in behalf of the normal hackers. He can employ them to do the hacks.
To bypass, exploit the CVEs.
He will act as hacker to
Okay.
hack.
Oh.
Yeah. So he will be
So
hacker.
as a
And instead
hacker-
of a human to be a hacker, the AI agent, he will be the hacker. So he will have an army of an AI agent ready to hack.
it's like right now what I know in terms of all these AI based search engines, if we talk of the chat GPTs, the
Yeah.
right now the DeepSeeks of the world, when we talk, there is a structure to that query. As a social media expert, as an ethical
Yeah.
hacker, do this for me and give me this report in this format.
Let's go to fundamental of an AI. Let's say
Okay.
first all, how's an AI agent? AI, artificial intelligence is mimic of a human mind.
Okay.
Okay, from its definition.
It's a copy.
It's a mimic. Yes, it's a copy. So if it's a copy, it's about decisions. Meaning,
Okay.
we are automating. He will decide on behalf of us. But the actions, it need to be taken. For example, AI has been decided that our shares shouldn't be look like this. It's better based on the law. It should be in other way direction, right? But he cannot move them.
Okay.
He give you that. Now they want to extend the AI to attach it with other system to take an actions.
Okay.
Okay. So if you connect it to mechanical, it will be like a robot.
Yeah.
If you connect it to virtual, they call it intelligent automation or an AI agent that take an action in behalf.
This is like a AI bots giving you calls.
So yeah, for
IVR.
example, you can connect ChatGPT. He will give you a decision. Then this trigger other system to take it to execute it.
Okay. Okay.
This actually one of research I had then is called an intelligent automation, where there's a study how far that or we cannot autonomous enterprises, how far that the business can run by itself.
Okay.
You get me? So bunch of an AI agents. And by the way, before a month, Satya has support, either support me in my thoughts, and he confirmed end of SaaS will be by AI agents.
So right now, just for our audience, we've used some heavy metal words over here.
Yeah.
Autonomous, automation,
Yeah,
SaaS.
yeah, I know.
If you could just explain them to a general audience about what is automation. So my definition of automation means in the ancient times, there were people who were doing the same work 10 times in a day.
Yeah.
You deploy somebody like a robot, do that work, that is automation.
Yeah.
That is the normal labor automation.
Yes.
Right? Similarly, you can do that automation in your business as well.
Yes, yes.
And now you want to see automatically, or as you said, in an autonomous manner, how can business function without human beings and
Exactly. This is
Totally
autonomous
execute.
enterprise. I was going
Okay.
to explain it. Now, The concept is that the decision was within a human mind. He was deciding.
Yeah.
Now the AI come in. The normal automations, it will connect it with AI to take a decision. Now let's get back to applications
Okay.
or ERB or whatever application online. Whatever. If you decompose them, what they represent? They represent predefined processes.
True.
With all the possibilities.
Yeah.
Right. And they have GUI, graphic user interface. Right.
Yeah.
And data.
That's it. The data which is on the
Right.
back end, which the process show it with the front
100%.
end. Yeah.
GUI, from its name, the graphic user interface, made for a human.
Yes.
Why? To insert the data
Yeah.
and capture the data. Right?
Yeah.
And made for a human.
Yes.
I don't know if you, when you talk on AI, there is no user interface.
True.
And I saw some couple of video, 2 days they posted. They put ChatGPT and other AI, I don't know, on the laptop, one on the mobile, and they start talking. The first one, they introduce themselves. I am an AI agent. I'm looking to book a reservation.
Yes.
He said, also, I'm an AI agent. Okay, why we don't talk in our language? So they stuck with tuning, special tuning, like this. They didn't, because the normal they found it is faster to understand each other in that language more than a normal.
And as a human being, you
don't understand that. Exactly.
Yeah.
So the way we move to the perspective, and this is kind of a transformation, it will be different because we're bringing a new, let's say, semi-living entity, right? We call it AI. Let's say not living. Let's say kind of intelligence.
Artificially alive.
Artificially alive.
Okay.
Exactly. He have different needs. He different capabilities.
Okay.
He will interact in different way.
So are you saying that in 25 to 30 years from now, I'm not saying 50, I'm saying 25
And
to...
it could be less. Could be
I'm
less.
saying in 25 to 30 years from now, they could
I
actually
believe
be...
in 2030 will be everything. Super intelligence will reach it. This is not by saying Sam Altman is expected in 2030. They're supposed to be late than this, but it coming faster than we expected. The artificial intelligence.
But there could be artificially alive human beings around us in the malls, and we will not be aware.
That's what he says. Elon Musk, he promised to be the population of the robots more than the human themselves.
And how do you regulate? For human beings, there are rules, regulation, law and order.
That is the institution and regulations. And that's what is good. UE was pioneer to have the first ministry worldwide in AI to regulate the living of these things.
Yeah.
I saw some videos of robots in crowd in China trying to attack the crowd without any reasons. Right? So the regulations is very important to consider. So back to autonomous, enterprises. So the way that in AI, that's not a human interface.
Yeah.
Let's go to the big bosses, or let's say the owner.
Yeah.
Do you think the owner, he will open an application or ask his delegate, hey, bring me do this report, right? He gives some instructions.
Yes.
That instructions will be in AI.
Yeah. True.
And the AI have the processes, okay, have the data, and the interface now with him is a speech.
Yeah.
Right? And how the AI will capture the data is simply by IoT. As an example, Internet of the Things.
Yes.
He can capture by sensors. He can capture by visuals, okay, and collect the data, right? So now the AI, he can do everything and the processes. So if you can go back before the rise of an IT, how they was running complete an organization by a bunch of people and policy procedures. They have it manually written and they follow it by instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no systems, right?
True.
Now the AI we will have it run the business by a bunch of an AI agents. So the autonomous enterprises that the business can run by itself. To what extent? This is the limitation of the technology that we have it right now.
You mentioned a beautiful word when we were talking last time, that any transformation, whether it is AI transformation or adaptability to the AI, this word transformation, it doesn't begin from the people, process, technology thing that we've been growing on.
Yeah.
It becomes mentally first.
Yes.
How important is an idea of doing a digital transformation before the actual project?
Transformation, let's say it's a word, the larger word from change,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
The simple word of transformation is change.
Change.
People like new thing, but they don't like to change.
And change is the only constant.
Yeah, and change is always constant. Change, everybody likes something. He would like to change the phone,
Yeah.
have a new phone,
Yes.
but to change himself. The question is why? We get back to the basic fundamental concept, which is the comfort zone
True.
and the risk. Always any change, there's a risk.
Yes.
Okay. That's why managing the risks of a change is important. That's why when we make a transformation, we study impact analysis of a change and transformation. It's very important. So if you have, for example, you want to change to the new job, that means you need to study the scenario A, which is your current B, and scenario B, and you put the pros and cons for each. After that, you study, you perform, you feel relief.
Yes.
You did all of it. Then you can move on. So managing the impact of the change and the transformations is very important. So the people have to have that awareness of facing the fearness of the change.
Yes.
By materialize them instead that, they fear. The fear is illusion. It's just illusion. We draw it in, and it's grow whenever we feed it.
Yes.
As we discussed, it's like kind of whispers in your mind, and if you feed it, it's increasing and repeat and grow like a cloud in your mind in the fear.
You just need one doubt to kill a good idea.
Exactly.
Just one doubt.
Exactly. So, and you can kill these cloudy thoughts by enlightening yourself by knowledge. Okay. How you enlighten yourself is by enlightening your knowledge, like about the change you want to do. Okay. You need to read, you need to analyze of the change, and then you can move step forward.
So let's take an example. Let's say you are a company in Dubai. Your current revenue is around $20 million.
Yeah.
You want to do a digital transformation project so that in 5 years, your revenue is $1 billion.
Yeah.
How would you approach this kind of a project? Where should the transformation begin? At the grassroots level
First
or at
of
the
all,
management level?
No, at the management level. Now, if we talk about, we was talking about individual change. Now we are talking about group of people, resources, and processes.
Yes.
We talk about capabilities. Let me go up again. Before anything, there is in strategy something we call where do you want to go.
Yeah.
For example, I said, I'm here. I want to go 20 million. The move and the direction. You have to identify the strategy. After you decided where you want to go, you need to ask yourself why. Why you need that movement? Is it valuable? Value realization.
Yeah.
If I reach that state, I reach to a huge money, reputations, there's a reasons, justification.
What do you want? Market share, you want
Yeah.
revenue, you want profit. What do you want?
Exactly. So in the strategy, the word of strategy, I think it came from in Greek, and it's mean general in the war. Okay. And that's why the movement is very important. And understanding the landscape,
Yeah.
which is the environment and all this stuff, okay, is very important.
Hmm.
Because maybe the direction you change it due to the factor of environment, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you cannot move to that state due to the pandemic.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So studying external environment, internal environment, okay. Internal environment means studying the capability within
the team or the organization?
the organization fully. So now after we define the movement, so the strategy is a part of very important of a transformation.
Yeah.
At the end, the digital transformations, it's a business transformation. Need to fulfill the strategy. Okay, you need to realize it, that strategy. Okay, so once you perform the movement and the strategy, the question is, do I have the capability to go there? Do
To
I
go to
have-
the next milestone.
Yes. If I go long road map,
Yeah.
I need to divide it. Okay. I do I have the capability? And when we see capability, mean ability to do. For the organization is decomposed to three major elements: people, process, and the tool technology. Those capability we need to study it. So that's why one of importance in digital transformation and the business transformation is capability based planning, or capability we call it capability planning. What capability do I need to reach that path?
So let's say if I'm in a brick and mortar business, I just have shops and I now want to go online. My first move is, let's move everything which is on premise to the cloud workloads.
Yes.
This is just one example.
But before this step, we can call it initiative.
Okay.
We can call it a project.
Yeah.
But what is the value behind it?
Okay.
We need, this is down, we need to cascade it. Does it fulfill the strategy or not?
Okay.
Moving the cloud to achieve, maybe moving the cloud will achieve me agility, which is agility back again, create a VUCA environment, which is we call it ready state operating model to prepare for unknown event happen to react quickly.
True.
That's, we call it like a VUCA. So there is a reason that's very important. And I can see always when manage organization, we get back to the self. Most of the people, they don't know why they are doing. It's question why. Why I'm doing that? There's a lot of people, they are doing things and they don't understand why. When you add the meaning, and we was discuss the importance of the meaning of what you are doing, we can call it the magic happens. Okay.
Yeah.
You feel the energy within the organization. Why? And you can call the people for that cause, why we are moving that, why we are doing this. So it's very important. And second thing, the value stream.
Yeah.
There's something called value stream.
Yeah.
The value stream, we need to look how the value we are offering to our customers, how the value we are offering to our employee, how the value we're offering to other owners.
Yeah.
We always busy in the processes, how we work together, and we forget the main reason of the customers.
Yeah.
So the core of business transformation is capability and the value stream and their interconnection. How do you think about the business when it run? How things are interconnected? And these interconnection, how you need to move them as a one to direction of the strategy. So you need to decompose it, and you know the elements, the crucial element of the business that they need success. Like an example, as you said, we need a motivation factor, we need the mission, these are object, mission, goals, objective, those are object, KPIs. Then these, let's say objective need capability will fulfill a value stream, because if I want to fulfill the customer, what he need, for example, I need capability. I need, for example, somebody want to looking for apartment to live in, right? So he look to the market, right? Search for it. He find the one. He want to see it, right? Then he want to sign a contract to these, and he move in. This is our simple value stream steps, right?
Yeah.
At the perspective who? The customer.
The customer.
Now, what kind of capabilities you need to have to fulfill it?
To make that experience for the customer better.
Exactly. First of all, he's searching for the house. So what capability you need to have to fulfill it? Marketing.
Yeah.
You need to have search engine optimization as an example in order to be able the customer be find you, right? So every single step you need to build an capability, then the capability in order to have the processes, right? Then the processes you need to automate it, which connected to applications and application connected to technology.
Yes.
Overall, from business architect, okay, there's an then IT architect, interconnect them, we call it enterprise and architect.
Is digital transformation all about doing things faster and always being available? Or is cybersecurity a very important element in the whole journey?
Wherever you do in the transformation, bringing in technology, there is inherited risk. So after you build the digital transformation, you need to go all the cycle because every single step you do, there is a risks.
Yes.
And I want to emphasize always the risk is the bigger umbrella. The cybersecurity is subset from the risk.
The risk umbrella. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I love this line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to go. For example, the change management, there is a risk that can over the employee.
Yeah.
A mass of employee, they left the organization all of a sudden. They don't like, for example, their
They don't like the coffee machine.
I don't like it.
They don't like the coffee machine, yeah.
Yeah. So so the risk is always you need to go, and we start with it actually. Actually, when we make transforming the people, they don't like to change because of the risk, the magnitude of risk of the change. You need continuously improve yourself. You need to be a competitive advantage with others. Okay.
How do you get that?
Nokia get out from the market, was not able to compete with the new phones. Right?
Yeah.
So you need to compete. You see how far the competition. And unfortunately, the customer will be the victim. You will find, for example, for music application, a new phone.
Yes.
Because everyone have its own competitive advantage.
True.
Right? So that keep going transforming mean that you are competing digitally using the technology to compete with others, right? It's not it. And you compete by also your performance, lowering the cost of the operation also, and adding value to the customers. So the digital revenue is not an injury.
So now I want to talk about in AI, a lot of people thought ChatGPT was AI. And then suddenly there is a new gentleman by the name of DeepSeek. Yeah. What is DeepSeek?
Now, DeepSeek is a Chinese version of ChatGPT. But it's not in the company.
Okay.
It's different company, but for simplicity for the audiences, it's the same way as ChatGPT look like, but it's made by China. Of course, they have different app, different somehow look and feel, but the way of intelligence and the running cost is much lower than ChatGPT. Okay, which make a huge trouble to the investor. How come in questioning ChatGPT, we invest billions in ChatGPT, while in DeepSeek it's cost nothing and free now to be used. That's why in the market, all the AI of US market has been dropped dramatically, like Nvidia and Microsoft.
The stock markets are crashing on this.
Exactly. And back to transformation, but what I like, how you can take advantage. It's all of a sudden that DeepSeek come in. The question is, there's a crash in the market, I can understand.
Yeah.
But how you can respond to that change? Do you have the capability to respond faster?
Yeah.
That's the key. Like, without mentioning the name exactly company here, in pandemic, a lot of ideas that come to the company. For example, they create the parking roof here in the pandemic, in the COVID, as you can park your car and watch cinema.
Okay.
You need this quickly idea.
Innovative ideas
you are
to come.
Building operating model.
Yeah.
That's capability. You are building capability, new capability.
Yes.
You need train the people. You need the people for that. Okay. Maybe you allocating for place and put them in that operating model. You need to put the processes, you need to put financial model on this, and to have revenue generating to get benefit. So sometimes don't look about the problems as problems rather than opportunity.
Opportunity.
How you react.
True. I read a line somewhere which said that if you are not paying for something, you are the product. And this was told by a very popular radio jockey at one time. So similarly, if you are not paying for using DeepSeek, are we the product?
We are
Am I the consumer or the product?
actually could be we help them to build a product. Actually, we are the consumer, right? We consuming, we are the victims at the end, let's say. And at the end, they use actually the data what we provide them and the feedback what we provide them to be improved. Okay, so we can be a part of the product in improving the product.
And what do I lose in the process? What is at risk for me in this process?
Very important. You need to notice the privacy of the informations.
Yeah.
You need the privacy is very important. So let me give an example. There's once I saw the extended family. They installed the application. You know, when you on my friends install that AI app to show you the age, how you look,
The
older,
face app.
the face app.
Yeah.
Actually, it was kind of training the AI,
Yeah.
taking your private pictures and train them,
Yes.
and the terms and conditions on this. So that's very important. And I like one of movies in Netflix called Big Hack.
Okay.
And the Big Hack is showing how's the data and they are using from you, it will be kind of weapon. Okay.
Okay.
This is how it come like this. There is a company, they close it actually. And after that, the GDPR, which is the regulations of the privacy in Europe Union, Cambridge Analytica, they have the power to access the Facebook, and the Facebook they don't know, and take all the private information and analyze them.
Yeah.
What they like, what they didn't like, and based on the behavior analysis of them, they start to propagate advertisement to take their decision in the way they want. And part of that movie says also that he was trying, there's an adapt, trying to sue Facebook about how they have the right to use the information of his daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's very important. I think this is kind of an awareness before you install for any audiences is watching this right now. Watch out the application that you install, understand how they are using the data, they are using you to monetize the data, using you as a kind of currency, because based on this information you provide them, they can create ads or easily to be targeted, and you manipulate it in the decision that you take.
So there are two things which are clear to me right now, and I would just want your confirmation on the same. One, we are living in a world which is very volatile and full of risk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we have kids who do not love reading a lot and who love watching iPads, watching all these applications, installing unknown applications. So as a parent who is digitally aware, what are the three things which you want to tell them before giving an iPad access to their child?
Very important actually, you need to limit actually their access to an iPad. It's you need to balance the information forces that their mind is feeding.
Okay.
We are vessels that start our actions by thoughts.
Yeah.
And thoughts is based on all information around us. And these actions, it will come an habit if you keep doing it. And then it become who you are.
Yeah.
So based on the information, so that's why you need to limit the resources they're feeding. This is one thing. And I'm not with preventing. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm with they knows they're wrong and they are willing not to do it. Because wherever you prevent, there always be leak.
They will always
Some
be more
way.
curious about
Yeah.
this.
If for example, if I block or limit their devices, maybe they can see from their friends' devices.
Yeah. Ahmed, you read a lot. It's very visible
Yeah.
by a conversation. You study a lot.
Yeah.
You teach a lot of people. You're doing some digital transformation projects as
Yeah.
well. So there is so much information around your brain, right?
Yeah.
Where do you find your peace?
Again, reading in the piece. um, Actually, the distraction does not make you peace. The focus make you peace. So this is very important.
Okay.
You have to focus in one thing. You will be satisfied. Just if you one thing, focus in it, repeat it many times, you feel kind of inner peace.
How important is a digital transformation project so that you do not go out of business?
The digital transformation, the change or our hearts beating keep us alive.
Yeah, true.
So constant moving and changing. The customers the customers like new things.
Yeah.
Always like you can't sell same product for 10, 20 years. They get bored from it. Especially there's a huge competition and you need to keep competitive advantage using
True.
the technology.
True.
This is one. And back again to that operating model, you need to be fast, response and agile. That means you need more and more rely on technology because when you have everything more in virtual, that means it's easily to change quickly more than to be in dependent on physical operating model.
If let's say I'm a college graduate and I've done my engineering in computer science and technology, and I want to be seen as a digital transformation expert in 5 years from now or 7 years from now,
Yeah.
what is the path I should follow from right from my college onwards?
Now, the path you need to do, for example, you have to have a knowledge in the business, very important because you are transforming the business. You need to know how to architect, as an example. These are the skills are required. You need to have let's say, the fourth industry revolution right now. We call it fourth, which is like AI, blockchain, understand. So you know what capability they can provide versus the business, what is requirement and needed, and try to fit in these you need to have. And by fitting these things, you need to architect. So these, in simple way, the skills are required to be a digital transformation.
I read a very interesting example a week back. There is this popular Mexican chain called Chipotle. They give all these burritos and all. And recently they said that we are going to hire 20,000 more people in the US only for the burrito season. And for this hiring, they will only be using an AI agent. As in, they will get 100,000 applications. The AI agent is going to call all these 100,000 people, scan their resumes as an HR,
Yeah. Okay.
ask them interviews, and give them the offer letters.
Yeah.
So that now, using this kind of technology, it's a very good positive use case of using technology.
Yes.
Do you see any more positive use cases of AI being used?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
in a way?
But what is nice in AI, that AI, you can bring it in any industry, in any field, in any place, either with us right now in this room, right?
Yeah.
AI can tell us if we speak right or wrong. AI can edit,
Yeah.
right? So you can use AI everywhere,
Yes.
right? The most study that AI very useful is generating content.
Yeah.
And we generating content in terms of media, for example. Now, what I like, for example, in ChatGPT, they produce Sura.
Yeah.
Sura generate completely video
Yeah.
by describing the transcript, the context of the video, for example, and you just have it in a couple of minutes. the video is ready, and then that's mean there's a lot of people, they create a page with videos automatically based on customer favor
Yeah.
immediately. So if you have the power to analyze the customer behavior, what he likes, in a minute, you can generate the content and you broadcast it.
Yeah. True. True.
As an example, that's now the new generation. And I found a lot now, a trend. There's a lot of channel in TikTok is or in different Instagram is generated by AI fully.
Yes.
So the generate content, the media is one of huge impact by, this is part of an AI sector. We call
Yes.
it generative AI.
Yeah.
AI impact different, like prediction. For example, one of the small exercises, you can apply gold prediction prices, okay, by I did small exercise. For example, buy some gold, you can connect with Yahoo Finance, you get the stock market, and using some algorithms, okay, you can use it. One of them is like called expansion mean average, whatever. You apply it, and then same time you connect with a social network to understand the behavior of demand and supply from Twitter
Yeah.
against the gold. Okay. So you have sentiment analysis, we call it, how the people feel against that stock.
Hmm.
Okay. Or about the gold or stock, or for example, one
Or
like Microsoft, plus the algorithm you apply to give you more decisions in tech. So the prediction of an AI has been impacted dramatically the stock market.
Have you invested in stock market based on these sentiment analysis?
There's actually one of the Sigmar, but they are expensive. You can hire an AI, buy and sell automatically, but
Okay.
they are expensive. I think you need to pay around $1,000 weekly.
Wow.
Okay, so
And they give guaranteed returns.
yeah, yes, yeah. You just tell him, and the AI will invest in the stock, buy and sell in the right moment. Then that's we get back to our first subject, autonomous enterprises. That now you have agents, stock market agents, and you have digital platform, buy and sell automatically without any interference.
Wow. Ahmed, if you receive 1 hour extra every day, what are you going to do in that 1 hour
I'll meditate between this busy,
schedule?
yes.
How often do you meditate?
Because it's what immediate is every, every second. So while I'm in a car, while I'm going, it's everywhere. It's just kind of inner talking or talking with the God. Okay. So it's important. It's kind of self-healing, the meditation. It's self-healing. Um, and the meditation is, I think we talk about like build kinds of energy around you, that you feel calm and happy.
What is more important, doing good, consistent work or telling people that you are doing good, consistent work?
I don't know. Telling is not enough. You have to do, of course.
You have to do, of course. No, but let's say in the corporate world or the business hours, 9 to 5 that you and me have, right? There is one part is doing good work. Everybody knows Ahmed does good work.
Yeah.
But right, how important it is to tell everybody that yes, I am
Yeah,
doing good work.
You need to market yourself in a professional way, and avoiding, of course, the word I.
Yes.
This is very important, because whenever you say I is coming kind of not teamwork, and psychology, the people avoid to listen when you hear an I, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So we succeed and I fail.
we all have to succeed.
Yeah.
We all to be succeed. We have to be. I believe always that if I have a cake, which is a credit of one of our project, this cake should be divided to all.
Yeah.
Okay, more than you.
Yeah.
So the people will be happy from you.
Yeah. True.
You need to give more than you take. If you take more than the others, all the eyes on you. and troubles come.
Yeah.
They watch you. So you have to give more.
Do you believe in manifestation?
Let me tell you thing that the mind cannot separate between imagination and reality.
True.
So what you imagine and what you think, it become real. Front of your eyes at least.
Just like dreaming?
It's like a dreaming. The problem is that when you start action, because of your imagination, you start to act. You start to make the first step to make it real.
Yeah.
So is it negative or positive?
Are you a spiritual person?
Yes, of course.
God fearing or God loving?
God loving.
God loving?
Yeah.
And what is the reason for that?
The reason actually the love itself, it creates a bond between two persons. And when you really love person, you need to, let's say, love God. This you act what he want. Okay,
Okay.
that's one. Second, I feel when the power of love. The love is kind of attachment.
Okay.
Okay, when attached with the God, you get a kind of power. For example, let me see. I had every person have a love, different love. I love for parents, love of kids, love
Romantic
everything.
love. Yeah.
Whatever. It's a kind of love. I represent the love is kind you attach yourself with somebody else,
Yeah.
right? But when you attach yourself by infinite power and energies, you feel relief. And very important, not also this, you feel that everything in this life is leaving.
Is leaving. It's detachment.
Is leaving in terms of leaving this world. Nothing is there for it.
Okay.
So whatever you attach to something, okay, one day you will feel sad.
You are a changed human being from the last 10 years, right? You were different 10 years ago. You were different, totally different 20 years ago.
Yeah.
What has led you into this transformation where you think that, okay, detachment is the ultimate goal?
What is nice when you attach within a God, that wherever he wants, you fulfill it because you attach in love, right? And what he wants is a good cause.
Yeah.
So that's why with the definition, when you're attached with the God and you understand that there's a love for children, love for the parents, and you do the same, you fulfill the same purpose. So it's not just the attach, you change the thoughts.
Yeah.
Because your relationship with the God, the other relation came.
True.
And what I like once to say,
Please.
the parent love we have, that insect inside us that God created. Without him, there's no insect inside us of this. We need to thank him that this insect of love between the parents is come by itself to us in our heart. So he created that, and we need to thank him again. It's back again. So that's why the main love come to the God, and then the other things.
But just like you, I had so much fun doing this conversation. But just like you, even I believe in the power of manifestation. And I believe it is the energy of the room which creates a manifestation to come over here.
100%.
So along with the people sitting in this room, I manifested something for you, which I would like to show you. I want to show you this thing, and I want you to just say Bismillah, hold this, have a look at this, and then tell me how do you feel about after looking at this. So I believe in another 3 to 5 years from now, there will come a time where you will be globally recognized as a leader in digital transformation and AI. And it is not just your attained knowledge or the things which you are learning new, which are going to define where you are going to reach or which dimension you are going to explore tomorrow, but also your constant, persistent efforts, the pattern which you have created.
Yes.
And the energies you talk about, which is going to make so many people curious about these topics that they would love to come back and hear more from you.
Thank you, Pankaj. Actually,
You can just show it to the camera if you want, so that the
I-
audience knows what is this.
thank you very much for your manifestation. Okay.
This is the only picture I could find online, so that's why this is the same picture you have
Thank
on
you.
LinkedIn.
And yes, it's part of digital transformation actually is to be a good leader. People can follow you, and you will be really, if I want to make a change and people believe in my cause or a change, I have to be good influencer.
True.
And key is that I need to vibrate good vibes. They love it.
Which
They
you do.
enjoy it.
You definitely do. You definitely have a very strong, good, positive vibe towards yourself.
And yeah, thank you very much. This is actually, I think, important to everybody is to look inside
Yeah.
before look outside.
And with this, I would like to conclude today's episode and thank Ahmed for all the time, effort, and all the little tidbits of knowledge which he has shared with us. And hopefully, we create more curiosity on this subject to bring him back and let him answer more questions for us. Thank you. If your knowledge on AI and digital transformation as a subject has grown after looking at this episode, please subscribe to this channel. Please share this content with more people. And in the comment section, do let us know what are the other topics you want us to cover in the upcoming episodes. Thank you.